Are you truly yourself? Or are you simply acting the part you believe is expected of you? Mimicry is an ancient gift, as old as humanity itself, yet it is both a tool for survival and a trap for the unwary. From the moment we are born, we are surrounded by examples to emulate. Our parents are our first teachers, guiding us with their words, gestures, and habits. Through mimicry, we learn to walk, talk, and connect with the world around us. At its core, mimicry is a mechanism for learning and adapting. It allows us to assimilate into society, to blend into its rhythms and expectations. When a child mimics their parents, they are not just learning language or behavior, they are inheriting the cultural and emotional blueprint that will shape their future. Mimicry is how we learn empathy, love, and connection, qualities that bind us together as a society. By mimicking, we begin to understand the world from the perspective of others. Mimicry is the foundation of civilization. It is how knowledge is passed down through generations, how traditions are preserved, and how innovation builds upon the achievements of the past. The first tools, the first language, the first rituals, these were all products of mimicry. To mimic is to participate in the shared experience of humanity, to contribute to the collective tapestry of existence. It is a natural, intrinsic part of who we are. Yet, as with all gifts, mimicry has its dangers. When parents or society fail to provide a positive example, mimicry becomes a double-edged sword. What happens when children mimic the flaws, prejudices, or toxic behaviors of those around them? What happens when society demands conformity at the expense of individuality? These pressures distort the natural act of imitation, transforming it into something harmful. Mimicry becomes less about learning and growing, and more about mindlessly replicating that which is broken or damaging. Mimicry, in these instances, can become a mask and act of deception that leads to a loss of self. It is no longer a tool for growth, but a trap that ensnares us in a cycle of artificiality. We mimic not out of curiosity or a desire to learn, but out of fear of rejection or a need to fit in. This imitation of what society values, often tied to superficial goals of wealth, success, or status, stifles our individuality. We lose sight of who we are because we are too busy trying to be what we think others expect us to be. In its most extreme form, mimicry can create a facade of perfection while hiding the chaos within. It can lead to a society where authenticity is suppressed, where people become caricatures of themselves, mimicking the shallow ideals of success, beauty, and happiness imposed by external forces. This mimicry, blind and unquestioning, does not lead to a fulfilled life. Instead, it perpetuates cycles of dissatisfaction as we chase after an ideal that is unattainable and often meaningless. What we are left with is an existence dictated by the perceptions and judgments of others, with little room for genuine self-expression. Yet mimicry is not inherently bad. It is a neutral tool, and its value depends on how it is used. When employed with intention and awareness, mimicry can be a force for good. It can help us adapt to new environments, learn new skills, and connect with others on a deeper level. The ability to mimic is what allows us to learn from others, absorb knowledge, and then apply it creatively. Without this gift, we would be lost, unable to evolve or contribute to society in meaningful ways. For example, mimicry allows us to step into the shoes of others to understand their perspectives and emotions. It fosters empathy and compassion, enabling us to bridge the gaps between cultures, generations, and experiences. In a world that is becoming increasingly interconnected, this ability to mimic is more valuable than ever. It allows us to learn from one another, to find common ground in a sea of differences. Without it, humanity would be divided, unable to communicate or collaborate effectively. In the workplace, mimicry can be a powerful tool for collaboration. By adopting the language and behaviors of a team, we can build rapport and work towards shared goals. In education, mimicry is the cornerstone of learning. helping students absorb knowledge and apply it in creative ways. The greatest innovations often come from the ability to mimic existing ideas and then build upon them in new and novel ways. In this sense, mimicry is not merely about copying, it is about adaptation, evolution, and progress. But perhaps the greatest gift of mimicry is its ability to inspire. When we see someone excel, we are motivated to emulate their success. When we witness acts of kindness or courage, we are inspired to follow suit. Mimicry, in this sense, is not about conformity, it is about elevation. It is about taking the best qualities of others and incorporating them into our own lives in a way that enhances our own growth and the growth of those around us. Mimicry, however, should not be blind. To copy without understanding is to lose oneself in the process. We must strive to balance imitation with authenticity, to use mimicry as a tool for self-expression rather than self-erasure. We must be conscious of the choices we make and whom we choose to mimic. Are we mimicking someone who embodies qualities we admire, or are we simply following the herd? The difference is subtle but significant. To mimic with intention is to use the gift of mimicry in a way that serves us and the world around us, rather than merely conforming to an external standard. It is also important to recognize when mimicry becomes destructive. When society's expectations are harmful or unrealistic, mimicry can lead to burnout, disillusionment, or even rebellion. In these moments, we must question the examples we are following and seek out healthier, more meaningful models to emulate. The pressure to mimic societal ideals of beauty, success, and perfection can be overwhelming. But the true beauty of mimicry lies in its ability to challenge these standards, to reshape them, and to create new, more inclusive ideals that reflect the diversity and complexity of the human experience. Mimicry, to copy others and satisfy societal expectations, can indeed provide the greatest novelty in life when aligned with the betterment of oneself and society. It allows us to serve others, to contribute to the common good, and to find our place within the intricate web of human connection. When used in this way, mimicry is not a trap but a vehicle for growth, a tool for learning, understanding, and evolving into a more compassionate and enlightened being. Yet mimicry is more than just a tool for survival, it is a creative act. To look at ourselves and what we create is to offer something for others to mimic in turn. It is a cycle of influence and inspiration, a dance of individuality and collectivity. In this sense, mimicry becomes a collaborative force where each individual contributes to the whole while drawing inspiration from the collective. It is a dynamic exchange, a continuous flow of ideas and actions that shape the world around us. Throughout history, mimicry has been the engine of progress. It has driven innovation, shaped cultures, and united communities. But it has also been a source of conflict, as people struggle to balance their desire for individuality with the need for belonging. As we look at the world today, we see that the tension between these forces has never been more pronounced. The rise of social media and the global interconnectedness of our world has amplified the pressure to conform. Yet, in this environment, the true power of mimicry lies in its ability to promote authenticity, to inspire individuals to embrace their true selves while still learning from and sharing with others. In nature, mimicry is a survival strategy. Animals mimic their surroundings to evade predators or to lure prey. Plants mimic other species to attract pollinators or to ward off threats. Even in the natural world, mimicry is a double-edged sword, a delicate balance of deception and adaptation. It is both an act of survival and a creative process, one that reflects the inherent complexity of life itself. For humans, mimicry goes beyond survival. It is a means of creating meaning, of building relationships, and of leaving a legacy. It is how we learn to navigate the complexities of life, to find our voice amidst the cacophony of influences, and to contribute to the ever-evolving story of humanity. As we mimic, we are not just copying the past, we are shaping the future. So are you yourself, or do you act yourself? The answer is both. To be human is to be a mimic, to learn from those who came before us while carving out our own unique path. It is to embrace the paradox of individuality and interconnectedness, to find freedom within the constraints of society. As we mimic, we grow, we evolve, and we shape the world in our image. And as we navigate this journey, let us remember that mimicry is a gifted tool for growth, a bridge to understanding, and a mirror that reflects the beauty and complexity of our shared humanity. Through the gift of mimicry, we learn to become more than ourselves. We become a part of the greater whole, contributing to the unfolding story of life on Earth. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the paradoxes of life. If you found this video thought-provoking, give it a like and share it with others who might enjoy unraveling these mysteries. Don't forget to subscribe for more content exploring the edges of existence. Until next time, question everything and keep exploring your own destiny. Take care. Bye-bye.